High School. For all of our Vernon Hills parents and our Hawthorn parents, we welcome you this evening. We're so glad you're able to join us for, I think, a wonderful evening of music. The gym is not our ideal choice for a concert, but this allows for us to not limit seating and not limit tickets for parents. So it's a much bigger venue, and we've done a number of things to try and make this somewhat more enjoyable. You'll notice we have a couple of pianos, we have microphones to mic some of the choirs, and really the rehearsal I heard this morning and this afternoon really sounded great. So I think you're going to like that. A couple of things I have to ask you to help us with though. The bleachers are very noisy, as you can see. Once we start with music, we'll ask that you try and help with your children to not have them leave or enter during a selection. So if you have to leave, unless it's a real emergency, try not to walk up and down the bleachers. They're always going to make noise, and you'll notice that it'll probably happen at least once. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try and keep the doors closed during the musical selections so that we can have somewhat of a concert atmosphere. We're going to see if we can make that work. Lastly, as far as housekeeping, we'll ask that you not use flash photography. So you have a moment now. If you would like to take some pictures, you just have to make sure you know how to turn the flash off. That could be very distracting. So that's a very important part of this evening. Don't use flash photography. And there was one more. Thank you. Of course, cell phones. Yeah, everybody knows that except for me. If you don't mind silencing your cell phones, that would be great. I think all the other introductions will be done by Mr. Little. And are we ready? Almost. We have a few more people that are coming in. So again, I thank you for joining us this evening. And you're in for a really a wonderful evening of music.
Thank you very much for coming tonight. As the Hawthorn students get on the stage, I'd like to make a couple of announcements. My name is Jeremy Little. I am the choir director for the high school, and I also have the privilege of guest conducting Hawthorn students' combined choirs today. And I had the privilege of working with them this morning as well. We are going to be singing the next two songs out of order in your program. So we will sing Ching-a-ring and Ring Ching Chaw first, and then Blue Skies second. I would also like to make a quick announcement. We appreciate very much your enthusiasm for our performance. But we ask that you hold your applause until the conductor puts his hand down for each of the pieces. Especially some of the pieces that the high school is going to sing will have longer endings. And you may want to clap and give us your applause, and we would certainly appreciate that. But please wait until my hands are down until we finish that song, so we can let the piece come to its conclusion. This will help bring the song to the completion, and will create a musical experience for our performers and for you alike. But we thank you so very much for being here, and we're going to continue with Ching-a-ring-a-ring Ching Chaw, and then Blue Skies. Thank you.
Ching
Hey, just a quick reminder, and for those that joined after my original announcement, we're going to avoid flash photography for the performance tonight. So make sure you know to turn the flash off for your camera. Thank you so much.
Town in the county down one morning in July. Down a boring green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so neat from her two white feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing mouth, I had to shake myself to make sure I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, up from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I see, like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, I shook my head, and again with the feeling rare. There I said, says I, to a passer-by, was the maid with the nut brown hair. He smiled at me, and with pride says he, she's the gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rose in the camp from the base of the band, she's a star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. Harvest fair she'll be surely there, so we'll dress in his Sunday clothes, with his shoes shone bright and his hat cut possessions, no wealth of clothes impresses, no silver buckle shall we wear, we value not excesses. Come away, let no dismal care be found, mirth and joy never cease, while the sparkling wind goes round. We know no shame or trouble, the beggars all befriends us. We all agree in liberty, and poverty defends us. Come away, let no dismal care be found, mirth and joy never cease, while the sparkling wit goes round. Come away, let no dismal care be found, mirth and joy never cease, while the sparkling wit goes round. There was a boy from Arkansas who would not listen to his mom when she told him that he should go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon and take a walk, and pretty soon you'd find him at the local auction barn. He sat and listened carefully, and pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die, I've got to learn that auction craft, gonna make my mark and be an auctioneer. $25 bill now, $30, 30, what do you give me 30, make it 30 bill, I'm all $30, put a bit of $30, put a bit of $30 bill. $30 bill now, 35, what do you give me 35, make it 35 bill, 35, put a bit of that $35 bill. As time went on, he did his best, and all could see he did not jest. He practiced calling bids both night and day. Miss Clapp would find him behind the bar, just working up an awful storm as he tried to imitate the auctioneer. Miss Clapp said, some we just can't stand to have a mediocre man. Someday at an auction using our good name. I'll send you off to auction school, there you'll be nobody's fool. You can take your place among the best. $35 bill now, $40, 40, what do you give me 40, make it 40 bill, I'm all $40, put a bit of $40 bill, put a bit of $40 bill. $40 bill now, 45, what do you give me 45, make it 45 bill, 45, put a bit of that $45 bill. Now from that boy who went to school, there grew a man who played it cool. He came back home a full-fledged auctioneer. And the people came from miles around just to hear him make that rhythmic sound, until their hearts were filled with happy cheer. His name went out from shore to shore, he had all he could do and more. He had to buy a plane to get around. Now he's a Thompson all the land. Come on, let's give that man a hand. He's the best of all the auctioneers. $45 bill now, $50, 50, what do you give me 50, make it 50 bill, I'm all $50, put a bit of $50 bill.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I try to discover a little something to make me sweeter. Oh, baby, I'm afraid from breaking my heart. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever true. That you gave me no reason why you make me work so hard. That you gave me no, that you gave me no, that you gave me no, that you gave me no soul. I hear you calling, so baby, please give a little respect to me. If I should falter, would you open your arms out to me? We can make love, not war, and make peace with our hearts. I'm so in love with you, I'll be forever blue. What original reason would drive a man to forsake his lover? Don't you tell me no, 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 so I hear you calling, so baby, please give a little respect to She gave me no reason why you make me work so hard. That you gave me no, that you gave me no, that you gave me no, that you gave me no soul. I hear you calling, so baby,
I know exactly what you're thinking. Wow, if those kids ever put on a musical, like I would be there. So 2 weeks from tonight, see, just a little shameless plug here. We're doing our musical in the fall, as we always do. And if it's not on your calendars, 2 weeks from tonight is opening night for Stephen Sondheim's award-winning musical, Into the Woods. If you don't know anything about this musical, it's a classic, and it's amazing. And I'm the orchestra director, so it's really shameless. So I get to conduct the pit orchestra. We have a real live orchestra, and the students and I just worked together the other day. It's phenomenal. You just can't miss this one. So tell your friends, mark your calendars, 2 weekends, Friday and Saturday, 2 weeks from now, I think it's 26th and 27th, and then November 2nd and 3rd. And they should be moving up, right? You're not waiting on me. No. Okay, good. I thought I was stalling, so I thought that would be a good thing. And then November 2nd and 3rd, see if you can make one of the performances right here in the auditorium. So thank you for listening to that. Oh, I have one other thing, as long as they're going to be taking a moment. Slight change this year, if you're used to our program, for our holiday concert. We had so many people at our holiday concert last year, we had to go to 2 performances of our holiday concert. So if you haven't figured that out or seen it on the brochure that was mailed home, you got that brochure? I think it's 6 and 8 o'clock. Anyway, it's the same night, but 2 different performances. So be looking for that. There'll be probably reserved seats for the 8 o'clock performance and open seating for the earlier one. So hope you can make one of our concerts for the holiday concert. We just wanted to make room for all of our fans out there because it's getting crowded. So again, thank you, and I think they're about ready to begin.
Now comes the time in our evening where we will get the middle school students together with the high school students. If you will give us a couple of minutes to gather into our festival choir positions, and then we will start with our guest conductor, Mr. Boyd. Hawthorn students, if you will please get up. You don't have to go in any order, right on there. High school students, go ahead. As the middle school students are getting into their positions, there are a couple of things that, one thing that I would like to particularly say to you, you can read our guest conductor's biography in your program, but I have a story to tell about him. When I was in high school at Woodstock High School over in McHenry County, Mr. Boyd was the choir director at Lyons Township High School. They probably had, if not the finest, one of the finest high school choir programs in the state. And he was somebody that my director looked up to. He was somebody that, since I looked up to my director, I looked up to him, and I got the opportunity to meet him and hear his choirs and work with his choirs in high school through a festival that they arranged. And I've had nothing but respect with him since I'm 16 years old, and now that I've doubled that age, I finally get the opportunity to work with him and have him work with our students. Take the opportunity, if you will, on the ride home to ask your students about working with him this morning, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And I know I am forever grateful to him for teaching me a lot and teaching our students a lot. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Bob Boyd and the Festival Choir. know Mr. Boyd is going to say something here in a second. I'd like to say a couple more things. First, I think we're going to set a land speed record for our concert tonight. We've never got out in under an hour and a half, and we are going to make it in an hour and 15 minutes if I will get on with my talking. A couple of things. I would like to acknowledge a few things. I made a mistake in our program. The middle school Hawthorn superintendent is Mr. Nick Brown, and the middle school North principal is Mr. Robert Collins. The rest of the Hawthorn administration is correcting your program. I apologize for that. I would also like to thank a number of people. First of all, our conductor, Mr. Bob Boyd, who you'll hear from in a second. I would like to really thank our students for the tremendous hard work, patience, enthusiasm, all that energy wrapped up and channeled into something pretty awesome. And the best is yet to come. We'd like to thank all of you, parents, who support the arts in our community. It is incredibly essential in a student's life, and we thank you so very much, and we encourage your child to continue in the arts in high school, to sign up for band, choir, orchestra, dance, art, theater, all of those things. You see in your program an info sheet for the choir, and I think we have a wonderfully supportive community here for the arts, and that is thanks to you parents. I would also like to thank the VHHS choir parents who supplied water, desserts, and supervised rehearsal this morning and helped lunch. Also, some of the Hawthorn parents. I don't have all your names, but thank you for that. Our VHHS music staff, Mr. Lastina, Ms. Fada, Mr. Sundell, Mr. Tribely, and Mr. Kowski, for all of the logistical support and moral support, I suppose, that they gave me. Thank you very much. Ms. Joswiak and Ms. Levissinier for countless hours of planning and email conversations and going back and forth. Can we please give those two fabulous conductors a round of applause? And finally, I'd like to thank our staff accompanist, Dr. Bill Kroll, who is with us every day. Thank you. One final thing, a bit of information for students and parents alike tonight. Students, after the last piece, all middle school students should go to the studio theater to get your belongings and meet your parents in the lobby. So they will go to a different place and then they will meet you in the lobby. Students, I would ask that you take the card off of, if there's a card on there, afterwards and put it in the garbage on the way out. That would help us a lot. Again, thank you so very much, and I'm sure Mr. Boyd has one or two little things to say.
This is for you as well as for your parents. So would you sit down? Probably one of the reasons why this is going to be over quickly is that my blood pressure is higher than his, but I thank Mr. Little and Vernon Hills for inviting me to share today. To me, it is tremendously important in this day and age that community comes together. This is a rare opportunity. I have so appreciated your work today. Hearing the individual choirs perform, this is an outstanding program that you're part of, that you continue to nourish. And for the middle schoolers, I hope that you will continue to be involved in music, the arts, and in this community for the near future. And for all of you, I wish you nothing but beautiful music. If this were taken away from us, the awakening is about that void. And I really, really salute the Vernon Hills area for supporting the arts that I have seen. Since I've retired from Lyons Township High School, I have an opportunity to go to a number of different schools, and this is not happening in many schools. What if it were taken away? And the awakening, if my friends in the choir will really enunciate the words, you will hear that what would happen if music were taken away from us completely. And hope there is an awakening in our communities all across this nation. We're at a kind of a terrible time for those of us that, started doing this. It's rather foreign to me, still. But I'm afraid that this is going to get in the way of this. I know I'm preaching to the wrong people. I know that. But please don't let it happen. And your generation may not let it happen. So we would like to end this concert. Mr. Little, thank you so much for inviting me to share music with your young people. The middle schoolers, Robbie. The Awakening.